Leo. All right, man. I pulled your initial cards. Um, Good stuff, man. Good stuff. You know, let's say this. Say you're hanging out with friends, you're chilling with friends. You know for a fact when there are good people around you or when there's something kind of amiss. And it's almost like if there's been anything that's amiss or been anything that's been hidden or not straightforward, you have a feeling of it, you have an understanding of it. And there is a little bit of a sense of something that doesn't feel authentic and correct, something that doesn't feel like it's going along with your nature. And I'll tell you, the thing that doesn't feel like it's going along with your nature is the part of you that's telling you to try too hard. Like the part of you that's telling you got to prove yourself. You know, you got to be like super obsessed, focused. You got to overshoot. All of that is very deceptive talk. If you've been hearing it from somebody on the outside, it's deceptive talk. It's not right for you. It isn't what you should be doing. I guarantee you there's just this sense of serenity now that's in your life where you're kind of calm for some reason. And you may be suspiciously so. Like, why the do I feel okay right now? Like, because it's been so, I'm sorry, my nose is all kinds of stuffy. Because it's been such a freaking wild ride lately, especially for you guys. Oh my God, you know, it like back in October, calling yourself into question and having all of those insecurities and sort of dark night of the soul type of energy of just of questioning or you know, questioning yourself, and you never do that. Though we're supposed to do that. We're supposed to do that on the regular, you know, born as you are with that beautiful sense of self and strength that you have. Sometimes you don't get a chance to do that. So it's an adventure in and of itself. But ultimately, I do feel like I need to tell you that life is getting easier. Or wherever you have Leo in your placements, if you're watching this video, the message that you need to know is right now, you have to trust the process. And anybody who is telling you to force the process or force the issue is wrong. You don't have to force any issue. That doesn't mean not putting in that application. That doesn't mean not trying that new thing and just sitting on your couch and eating potato chips. In some ways, that can actually, that first of all, that is an action. It's a choice, most certainly. And second of all, it is a decision. And it could be pushing the envelope to say, no, I'm not going to do anything. So inactivity can actually be very, very destructive as well. I'm saying there's an ebb and a flow. And the more that you get outside, as hippy dippy as this sounds, and connect to earth, the more that you'll feel the vibration and feel the right way to push yourself. There is some wonderful energy of trusted friendship around. Trusted friendship, celebrated friendship, people whose opinions you value a great deal, whose loyalties you're absolutely certain of. As you broaden and expand curiosities, I feel like there's a need to travel. There's a lot of get out, travel, move around in this reading, in this chart, in this energy. I think it's just because it is time to do something. It is time to try something different, but not in the energy of an insistence on, this is my new thing, I gotta win at this. More in the way of, I really love this and I gotta start a conversation about it. That kind of thing. It's a more gentle sort of decision-making process. And it's a more, I don't have to be so stressed. I don't have to overwork myself, because faith is where I need to stand right now. And if I'm truly being sincere to my heart and my heart's purpose, then faith is all I need. I'll just stand there. I don't have to be loud about things. There's no need to be loud about things right now. That would actually diminish my certainty and my faith in this moment, and the fact that I don't have to yell to get attention, because if I'm in the right spot, I'm going to get the attention. You know what I'm saying? It's like When you belong in the spotlight, you don't have to stand on stage yelling to the lighting guy, being like, yo, over here, motherfucker, what the fuck? Over here. You don't have to do that. You know, the spotlight finds you when you're in the right place. And so there is a certainty about your soul that even if you're not in the right place yet, there is that sense of, I know where the right place is and I am going to get there. There might be a little bit of hesitation right now. I know that there's a little bit of a distrust somewhere in what you're doing, a feeling of kind of a feeling of suspicion in a way. I'll tell you why. Masquerade came up, and when that card comes up, there's almost a suspicion of something isn't right for me, something doesn't work for me. I think it's the nuances and subtleties of the way to go about things. You know, this is true to your nature, be true to your nature, but also the fact that doors are opening up for you. You don't have to hit your head against them anymore. So there is just this sense of feeling your own sense of insincerity, not wanting to step over into a threshold where you have to be somebody other than you in order to open a door for yourself. There's just this sense of, I don't have to do it right now. And yet, how do I balance out between not doing too much, but just also not doing anything? There's a sense of grounding here that's going to really help your soul. And as hippy dippy as it sounds, one of the best places to put chaotic energy, if you find yourself experiencing anxiety, one of the best places, Leo, to put that energy is, number one, into your breath. Always focusing on breath calms you down. And then number two, to the earth. And I'm looking outside because the window's that way. To the earth itself. The earth itself is a grounding force for us. So just to get outside, you're going to feel those free radicals kind of sucked into the earth and neutralized by it, to help clear your mind a little bit. And even just saying to the cosmos and speaking out loud right now, you know, this is where I belong and this is what I need out of life. And I certainly do. I fit there. I may not know how to get there, but I am going to do what I can, but I'm not going to act like somebody or be somebody that I wouldn't be, you know, in order to do it. Because this is the point, Leo, and this is where the courage and the self-esteem comes in. When you arrive at your right place, you want to arrive as yourself, not somebody else. You don't want to come disguised or be the disguise yourself. And you don't want to have to become somebody that you don't recognize, because the point is to arrive to the place that you're meant to be as who you are, your whole self, not chipped away by some frail ego or fear or dress up and masquerade of what you think you have to be. There's some sense of growing up here, an open-mindedness. Excuse me, an open-mindedness. This is also a sense of receiving information, remaining open-minded, and maybe seeing somebody's true nature, because there is, once again, a deceptiveness here, and I can't overlook it. But we will get further into it in tarot. We'll go hard, dig deep. That link is in the extended. It's right below this video. Fish and tree is here. Some sort of finances, financial growth, financial health, trying to expand and broaden and grow and nurture yourself and your finances. There is a sense of open-mindedness. Keep an open mind to this, so that maybe you try something in a different way, or you try something new, or learn something new. It will get you to the same place that you want to be. It just might not be in the direction that you thought you needed to go. Because it's not about, I want to go, hold on. It's not about, I want to go in this direction, right? It's about, this is where I want to end up. Whatever direction gets me there, hopefully the fastest, is the one I want to take, you know? Bouquet and dogs, some sort of very loyal social group. A loving social group, supportive friend group, friends that you trust, surrounded by friends that you trust, but also kind of like the mentality that you trust, loyal to what makes you happy. And then we have this, a beautiful sense of sexuality, sensuality, transitioning and changing, especially inspired through travel, learning different things or understanding yourself in a different capacity, your desires, what it is that your cardinal desires as well as your aspirational desires might be changing because of an experience or a trip that you're taking. And there's always that push right now for you to get out and go. Allow yourself, whatever chance you have to go on a trip or take any, even just day-long excursions, do it. It's almost like that's where a part of the puzzle will be found. If that makes any sense to you. Have fun and reclaim your art. But remember, these cards come out together because it's not just about reclaiming your art or, going hard and becoming a professional painter or something like that. It's about, like, remember why you love this so much. Remember why you love this to begin with. Like, reclaim your right to the happiness that your art form gives you and your natural right to it. Forget about, do I make money from it or am I acknowledged as a professional in it? No, this is about reclaiming your right to just be in love with it and be loving toward it and love your art form. Love for the sake of love. And that's where God, the universe, wants you to focus right now. And I think that because that's where the breakthrough is going to come. Seek an expert. So there is reaching out to somebody who is an executive or who higher up or has the ability to hire you. There is saying, have confidence and go out and ask somebody either for their advice or to open the door to opportunity for you. You can only ask. Asking a question isn't bad, but there's a sense of, do you love it? Because that's the reason why you do something. At the end of the day, you love this so much that you're not going to just sort of sit and hope that somebody notices you. But at the same time, you got to go in with that sincere love. You can't walk in the door like all kinds of diva'd out and expect it to be all about how you appear. No, you have to walk in with a soul filled of admiration and respect and true enthusiasm for what it is you're asking for. This is share with your friends, talk about things, share your dreams, share your plans, even whispers, little whispers, just sort of like not gossip, but sharing and laughing. It's also a sense of open up. Like, there may be somebody sitting around you that knows more than you think they do. Here's this little old curmudgeon guy who's all kinds of like caught up in himself and thinking that he knows everything, but he doesn't. And the solution to his problem is like right behind him and right above him. And he didn't even notice because he thought maybe they were too little to notice or he was too caught up in his own plans. But it's almost, this card is saying the answers that you seek or the connections that you seek are a lot closer than you think. It's smaller and just a lot closer than you think. And so the best way to do is just to keep sharing your dreams. Share it with friends. Talk to people. Talk about those things that you really desire and you really want. Just be open. It may even be an opportunity that comes to you through a friend that you're not even going to suspect. And it could have something to do with breaking into what the hell this is. Like a little tip off into, oh, you know what I heard this was going around. Is this going to affect you? Because I know you do this kind of work. And suddenly it kind of like burst open doors and be like, wow, that's exactly the problem that I was having. And this little conversation that you didn't even think it wasn't even intentional. You weren't even maybe even talking about this at first, but all of a sudden like opened up doors and like sort of exposed something that really wasn't sincere and that isn't true, because it is going on in your life. I just don't think it dominates your life because there's so much goodness in your life right now and there's so much kind of progress in your life right now, but there is still an impediment, and that impediment does have something to do with something that is a little bit nefarious, not right. It will not keep you down and it will not hurt you, but it may have been already discouraging you because you've been feeling the block. No matter how hard you work, you just can't seem to make a breakthrough in what you want to make a breakthrough in. There is definitely maybe. Definitely maybe. Was that a movie? I don't know. There's definitely something going on that is, it's almost like you have a right to turn away from anything that doesn't serve you. And if a certain person doesn't serve you, or a certain platform doesn't serve you, or just a certain way of behaving and acting that is against your nature doesn't serve you, then don't do it. Then don't do it, because ultimately, say no. And even if it takes you longer to get there, at least when you arrive, you'll arrive as you and not a version of you that was acceptable along the way. Let's go into your spirit guide cards and see what further advice Spirit has, especially for this. What is this masquerade? That's what, maybe I shouldn't be focusing on that so much. There is definitely, oh, okay. So I said, what is masquerade? And skunk in reverse comes up. There is definitely somebody pretending to be something that they're not, or thinking that they're better than they are, or making themselves out to be, hyping themselves out to be larger than they are, and really what they're doing, and they're not. You know, they're maybe shutting down opportunities for themselves by pretending that there's something that they're not. And if they had the opportunity to grow and to learn, then they might actually be expanding and helping themselves out. But ultimately, there is just a sense of, I might kind of went off on a tangent there. That may not be the truth for most people. I think for most people, this is just delusion. Somebody is delusional and pretending to be something that they're not. 100%. It's almost like they're trying to pretend to themselves like they're not doing anything wrong too. But the truth is that they have sort of got trying to fool people. Let's put it that way. Let Spirit be your guide. There are definitely messages that are going to come through to you directly from Spirit. So you will feel this. Spirit speaks to our intuition. You'll feel it in your gut. You'll just feel that vibration that says, uh-oh, something's off here. And you'll start to see different letters, different signs, different songs on the radio, the license plate numbers. There are all these different ways that Spirit tries to get in touch with us to say, a warning, something's up, and you'll start to see it's around a certain person or a certain group or around a specific subject to try to lead you and guide you to really getting to the bottom of this. Take time out. So there is a ferociousness here, and an energy of wanting to devour somebody and wanting to attack somebody and being really ripping mad. And I do think that this is more an energy that's waiting to be on your side and to come to your defense, because there's like a right to be angry. This could also mean that somebody has been experiencing a bullying, an intentional intimidation, that maybe wasn't so clear or you didn't know about. Slow and steady wins the race. It's been going on for quite some time. I don't think it's affected or impact the way you feel about yourself. This is security. This is sustainable self-esteem. But things have moved much more slowly than you wanted them to, and it's because somebody is blocking the abundance. Somebody's dominating. Somebody is dominating and being forceful intentionally and sort of keeping it and hiding it. Emotionally, they're not wearing it on their sleeve. This is like the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a sort of Scorpio energy. So it may be somebody who is a Scorpio. Hold on. Okay. Give with gratitude and grace. So putting your whole self in. And this is almost like the universe has seen that you've been putting your whole self in. The universe is extremely impressed. The problem is the people and the way that people manipulate shit. This and that are true. So trying to see things from two different perspectives, trying to understand the other side of things or look at things in a different way. It's also saying remain very light and playful and remain very happy. Whatever it is that you care about enough to put your whole self into should continue to make you happy. So focus on the happiness of it, even if there are some sort of like bad things happening behind the scenes. It's almost like you're not a part of it. You can't even put your finger on it right now. So just remember that even though there may be setbacks because somebody is sort of blocking people's progress, ultimately, Leo, there is this sense of, but I love what I do. So that's why I show up every day. Bring your ideas to life. Keep going. Let this be a time of expansion and creativity for you. If you have slowed down, let it inspire you to step outside of your norm and try new things. This is a good time to do that, to just let it all out. Shine so bright, there's no way that they're not going to see you. Life is speeding up. You're going to make a breakthrough. And it's also like, share your ideas. Tell people what you're thinking, because this is Gemini energy. Communicate those thoughts that you have in your head. Don't be ashamed of them. They are valid, and somebody is going to be interested in them. Dream the world into being. This is definitely the past influencing your future, or past fears. Also, you know, a sort of like looming. Somebody's looming in the background watching you. You just want to like move on with your life, but there's maybe something that you still don't trust or haven't gotten over. Sweet results await. This is your energy. Working hard and following your heart, leading to sweet, 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 sweet honey. Maybe even honey that was owed to you from the past and was denied to you, is coming into the future. This is focus on your future, because ultimately what you're going to get to is something that's very abundant. The hard work that you do now will pay off in the future. So what is this future, and like when will it pay off? We're going to get all into all that in tarot. Let's get into the angel messages. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button and ring that bell so you get all the notifications. I upload a brand new Leo specific video every single week, and I have a ton of them on the Leo playlist, which you'll find above. Yeah, they're not time sensitive, so any title that you feel called to, please feel free to watch. And then of course Vimeo is below. Over in tarot, we get a much more articulate understanding, and we solve some mysteries that are left by the oracle cards. So that link is below, and you can subscribe directly to Vimeo as well. And if you do, you'll get access to those videos about a day before the link comes up here. And then last but not least, I have a really growing Instagram account at born_without_boundaries, and Monday through Friday, not on Christmas break, but Monday through Friday, usually I do a live video over there. So I'd love to see you guys on that daily tarot card reading. So what do we have here for the angel messages? We have miracle. Our wings of light surround you and those you love. This current situation is governed by a higher power. The forces of love are at work. All will turn out well. Okay. Courage. You have what it takes. Just do it. We, your angels, are here to support you. Healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. Destiny. Ooh. Your destiny is to blossom, to shine, to transform to an ever greater light. And then last but not least, diversity. The world would be a boring place if we were all the same. Celebrate your uniqueness. You are special and much loved. And that's why, really, you have to make sure that you are arriving on scene as everything that you are. Because it is not the glamour. Remember, glamour and makeup doesn't really make you stand out. It kind of makes you fit in. It flattens your face. It gives you the same highlights and streaks that everybody else has. It doesn't really demonstrate who you are. And even if you love it, that's great, of course. But it's how you treat people that they really remember. It's who you are inside and how you affect them emotionally that stays with them the longest. So ultimately, Leo, you do want to show up, of course, looking your best, but also being your best, being the person that you can respect when you look in the mirror at the end of the day. And anybody who gets in the way of that has got to fucking go. Let's go to tarot and see the specifics about the details. Maybe we can get into who exactly this person is. Yeah, check the link below. I'll see you guys over there.